This will be an introduction or revision to programming using Visual Basic. We're going to program Visual Basic console mode, so we start Visual Basic and we enter the console application mode. When we start, we already have a module, default module, module 1, and we have a routine called main. This is the main program, and sub stands for subroutine, and this begins and ends. You can see it begins here on line 3 and it will end on line 5, and then the module itself ends. So the program, when it runs, will start at line 1 and move through these lines to the end module, and then it will end. So we're going to start with outputting a message to the screen, and we'll use console.writeLine, a predefined routine that will take a string as an argument. That means it's in double quotes, and I can say hello, and I end it with a bracket. So I'm passing a parameter in through these brackets. Imagine these as a door, and I'm passing into this a parameter, a value, and in this case it's a string, therefore it's wrapped in double quotes. I'm passing it in, and this will write it out to an object called a console. This function WriteLine will write out to an object called a console. And I'll press the play button to run this, and as it runs, I get something that pops up so fast I can't see it. In order to see it, I need to freeze it up there, so I will do console, that's the console object, dot readLine, which is a function that will read a value. And what this will allow me to do is it will wait for me to type something in. So now when I run it, my console window pops up, but it stays there until I type something in. And you can see I pass it the string. Now this is the console object, and this is the parameter I passed it the string, which it writes to the screen, and now it's waiting for me to type something in. In this case I'll enter return, and it will terminate. So it's read something in, but done nothing with it, and it terminates. Now I'm going to ask the user, the person using the program, to send me a value, but I need a place to store that value temporarily in memory, and I'm going to give that a dimension, dim, and I'm going to give it a name of a place to store it, and I'm going to call it name. This will be my variable name, and I need to give it a type. I'm going to give it a type as string, which is a string of characters. And what I will do here is I'll say hello, what is your name? And then I will type in name is assigned the value of console.readLine, and I will read in that line. Whatever the person types in will come through this equal sign, which means assign the value to this variable name. This is a place in memory called name now that will hold whatever the user types in. And then I will be able to say console.WriteLine hello, and now I'm going to concatenate my hello statement with the variable name, and it should say, I'll put a space in here, and it should say hello space name, so it's going to read it in. And here we go, we'll run it, and we get hello, what is your name? Give it the name Joe, and it says hello Joe. So now we know how to create a variable to hold some data temporarily. This is the variable name. This is its data type. It's a string. It represents text in a series of Unicode characters. And we use the console object and the function WriteLine, which takes a parameter of a message. We write this to the console object. We use the name here and the console object's function readLine to read in user text to this variable, and then we write this back out to the screen. And here what we're doing is we're writing a string, and this is called concatenation. This is where we join one piece of text to another piece of text, in this case the variable, and then this one is just a read line that is holding the console object open so that we can see it. And that's basic input, output, and a variable. Thank you.